No. Hey fam, this is Miss V, and I'm down here in Mobile, Alabama for the Spirit of Our Ancestors Festival. And I just got through seeing, for the second time, An Ocean in My Bones by Terrence Spivey. And it's a powerful play about the Cotilda. And I'm here with Courtney Oworu. Did I get it right?
That's correct.
Yay!
That's good. That's
I'm
good.
here. I'm not going to say it
They
again.
practice.
I won't say it twice though. I'm here, and you are the stage manager, right?
I am, yes.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank
A powerful,
you. Thank
powerful
you.
play. I loved it. So tell me how you got involved with the play.
Well, Terrence came here a few years ago. They were going to do a colored museum, and he had got in touch with Greg Ciprian, and they had come, gotten together. So I went with my sister. She was going to audition, and they found out that I write, and I, do a little something.
A little something.
Yeah, I wrote poems. I was published in the World's Poetry Almanac, and so he remembered me, and when this came along last year, he was like, well, actually, your sister, and she want to be stage manager, and it was as simple as that. Maybe some may call nepotism because him and Angela friends, but
Right.
but I knew that it was something I could do, and I found my calling. I really did. I knew that
How
either I wanted to be.
How did you find your calling?
I knew I either wanted to be, a writer. Being a child, I used to always say, the one thing I want to do, I want to write, I want to produce, I want to direct a play or a movie. And that's what I wanted to do. And then when this came along, and when I stepped in there and I started just working, I knew that it was my calling. I knew that I had the talent for it. And Terrence is so amazing, and he's so good at what he did. And when I started to think of things before him, and he'll say it, and I was like, okay, I know. And when he's also so collaborative.
Yes, he is.
And he started using my ideas, and I was like, I said, okay, I know I found a home in this.
Yeah, and Terrence Spivey was commissioned to write this play, An Ocean in My Bones, and he is the director too. So had you ever did any of this kind of work before? Have you ever been a stage manager before?
Well, I did actually. I was a assistant director for a play called If I Fall, Will You Catch Me? And it toured a little, but it wasn't the same experience. I was actually the assistant director for that, but it just wasn't the same experience. I don't know, I think this is just something special. These group of people, I think were supposed to be here. And the one I did before, it did give me some experience so that I didn't come in here blind. I didn't know what I was doing. But he taught me. He said that he was very patient with me, and he was, you need to do this as a stage manager. You should do this. They should talk to you, not me. And it really, really helped me, so that I know that if I have all this experience now. If I go on to do more things, then I'll be prepared.
Yeah, because Terrence Spivey, he was the artistic director for one of the oldest African-American theaters in the country, Caribou. One of my favorite places. So you couldn't have got a better mentor.
Yeah.
So tell me, what was some of the most challenging things about this production? Where do you start, huh?
They're adult people, and everybody, they have different personalities. And I also think it was getting the word out. You have other little plays that come here, the kind of plays that, that is just full of comedy and everybody laughs and you don't leave with a message. And it was challenging because a lot of people, even though we lived in Mobile all our lives, we still didn't know the story. And, in 4th grade, they teach everybody Alabama history, but we weren't taught this.
They didn't teach about Africa.
They didn't talk about it. And my mom, she worked at Sky Paper Company, and she used to say, well, that's where some slaves are buried, but we didn't know the story until we became grown. I think maybe when they found the ship. So it was just difficult getting the word out to, because people are still like, what is that? The Cotilda, what is that? What, I don't know. And you want people to also be hungry for knowledge And a lot of times they just aren't. So that, it's like you don't want to browbeat them, but like, you need to know this.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know your history. You live in a place that's rich with history, and you should know it. So I think that was the most challenging part.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you have any favorite scenes? Any scenes that were your least favorite?
No, my favorite is the warrior scene when Owiti, she's like, "Where's your king?" I love that part.
Mm.
And when it comes to the ancestor part, I really, really love Matilda. When she talks about how she went and she tried to get her reparation, and it just gets me every time.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have like one of the writers, she cries every time. And so when it's time for her to say her part, her voice is breaking because it's just a beautiful story.
Yeah, first time I saw the production, I cried through the whole production. It just, the tears wouldn't stop flowing.
Yeah.
And it was a mixture of melancholy, of sadness, but of triumph too.
It is.
Did you feel that? Did you feel like
I did. Like I told you before we spoke, I told you that no, we're not descendants of the Africatown survivors, but we are descendants of someone.
Mm-hmm.
And they were resilient.
Mm-hmm.
They survived.
Mm-hmm.
And we carry that, even that trauma, we still carry it with us.
We do. Generational trauma is real.
And if you ever when somebody said, "Oh, your great-great-grandmother, she had the same mannerisms. Oh, you sound just like her." That thing lives in us.
Mm-hmm.
So it is, we walk and we go throughout life, we're carrying it.
Mm-hmm.
We're carrying it. And I think that when we see things like this, we can be healed from it.
Oh.
I think it can be some kind of healing because you see those people and you see their descendants and they know where they came from, and you say, well, you know what, I have something like that too. And I know, even though I don't know them, I know they were a people. I know they survived, so I could be healed. I could survive also.
So has this inspired some poetry?
I haven't written any poems in a long time, but I do write. I've written plays and things like this, but I think I may need to just, lay with this for a while. Just lay with it.
I feel a poem, a play, a movie. I feel something coming, Courtney.
Yeah, I think I
It's
need
like
to.
the train in the background.
Yeah, I need to sit with it because I know that the story can be taken further.
Oh yeah.
And not just this story. There are many stories. Just imagine things we don't know.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that we don't know. We didn't know this.
Yeah.
We could be sitting on something very rich and we just don't know because it's hidden. A lot of people don't want you to know. They say that this was a myth, that it was a lie.
Urban conspiracy.
Yeah.
Well, your husband, I heard, is Nigerian.
Yeah.
What did he think of the play?
He loved it. He actually he came in as a language consultant. So he gave us some Yoruba words. And he had to leave because my father-in-law died, his father died.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And he had to go back to Nigeria. So he called every day. Are they saying the words right? Put it on speaker. Let me tell them how to say it.
Right.
And they say, they may say, Elo wo or something. Oh no, it's Elo. He was very, very strict about how they said it because he knew that other Nigerians would hear it, and that he didn't want them to say, well, they didn't really do their homework, or it's not authentic. So he was really passionate about that. So.
Oh, okay. So watch this family. Courtney Oworu.
Oworu.
See, I thought I had it right.
You put that extra R in there.
Don't even try this at home. Right?
Yeah.
Well, what's next for you? What do you see coming up for you?
I hope to work again with Terrence. Hopefully this would start to tour. And then maybe we can collaborate on some things. And that's my short-term goal. But now that I know, actually I'll be 47 soon. And I thought it was too late, but it's never too late.
No, never.
It's never
You're prime
too
time,
late.
Courtney.
Yeah.
No, it's never too late.
Yeah.
And you're still a young woman.
Yeah.
So you got big dreams now.
I
This
do.
is
I
something.
know it's in reach. It's in reach.
Did I not say I hear something in the background?
You
I
did
hear
say
the train.
that.
Yeah, it's
said
coming.
it. You said
Well,
it.
thank you for a wonderful
Thank you
interview.
for having me.
Good luck on all your endeavors.
Thank you.
And I'll see you soon. I'll see you next year.
Thanks.
Spirit of our
Bye.
ancestors. Bye.